Hey guys, what's up? What's happening? You got the King of Games 98 here. How you doing? Hope you all are doing good. And continuing with the vampire theme, today I will be talking about and reviewing the cult classic anime movie Vampire Hunter D. Okay, guys, so if you've never heard of or seen the anime movie Vampire Hunter D, and are kind of curious as to what it's about, this is basically how I would sum up the original Vampire Hunter D anime movie without really spoiling anything. Okay, so taking place in the year 12,090 AD, a girl by the name of Doris Lang gets bitten by a well-known vampire in that area by the name of Count Magnus Lee, and he apparently has returned, and she then, after getting bitten by Count Magnus Lee, she happens to stumble upon a vampire hunter who just simply goes by the name D, as in the letter. Basically from there, she enlists D's help to both save her from, getting bitten by Magnus Lee, the vampire, and then so he enlists D's help, to save her from getting bit by Count Magnus Lee, but then she also finds out that he wants to marry her and for her to become his bride, so then he helps and stops that from happening. And yeah, it really, from there on, it really gets pretty, it gets pretty graphic and pretty violent with the fights. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's how basically I would sum up the main premise of the original Vampire Hunter D anime movie. Doris Lang gets bit by Count Magnus Lee and then enlists the help of D, the vampire hunter, who must save Doris, and who must both save Doris, keep her out of harm's way and danger, and then kill Count Magnus Lee. That's how I would sum up Vampire Hunter D. Okay, guys, for the remainder of this 5-minute anime review, I'm going to talk about my thoughts, feelings, opinions about Vampire Hunter D, the original anime movie, and then we're going to wrap up this 5-minute review. Okay, so I actually made some notes here on a piece of paper of stuff I thought was kind of important that I'm going to talk about. So while I read them, I'm going to show you guys the case. Very cool, by the way. Inside, that's the DVD, and back of the case. Okay, so the original Vampire Hunter D anime movie came out in 1985. Okay, the runtime is 80 minutes, which is 1 hour and 20 minutes long. There's another Vampire Hunter D anime movie that is called Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which came out in the year 2000. From what I read online, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust and this movie, there's like no correlation between the two. They're their own separate things. There was a manga series that supposedly ran for 26 volumes. And there was a Vampire Hunter D video game on PlayStation 1 that was made by the infamous company Jellico, which unfortunately that company is no longer in business. And I believe that's kind of a rare and hard to find game to come by. inner video game nerd comes out. um, okay, so those were some facts that I found interesting that I wanted to write down and talk about. So I watched Vampire Hunter D English dubbed, and I thought the dub was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst thing I ever heard. It was just okay. The animation for 1985 I thought was really good. The soundtrack I thought was fantastic. And the story I thought was just really unique and different, you know. The main character, protagonist Doris Lang kind of reminded me of like a Simon Belmont almost. And the whole movie just kind of really reminded me of a Castlevania-esque anime movie. But I had nothing wrong with that. Ultimately, I can't say a single bad thing about this movie. I absolutely loved it. My final rate for Vampire Hunter D from 1985 is going to be a perfect 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.